Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of A Valediction Forbidding Mourning by John Donne. John Donne is a 17th century writer, politician, lawyer, and priest. He wrote this poem on the occasion of parting from his wife, Annie Moore Donne, in 1611. Donne was going on a diplomatic mission to France, leaving his wife behind in England. This is a farewell speech. The poem cautions against grief about separation and affirms the special particular love the speaker and his lover share. Like most of Donne's poems, it was not published until after his death. The speaker opens with an image of good men dying quietly, softly urging their souls to leave their bodies. These virtuous deaths are so imperceptible that the dying men's friends disagree about whether or not the men have stopped breathing yet. The speaker argues that he and the lover he is bidding farewell to should take these deaths as a model and part ways silently. They should not give in to the temptation to weep and sigh excessively. In fact, grieving so openly would degrade their private love by broadcasting it to ordinary people. Natural earthly disturbances such as earthquakes hurt and scare human beings. Ordinary people notice these events happening and wonder what they mean. However, the movements of the heavens, while being larger and more significant, go unnoticed by most people. Boring, commonplace people feel a kind of love that, because it depends on sensual connection, can't handle separation. Being physically apart takes away the physical bond that they love depends on. The speaker and his lover, on the other hand, experience a more rare and special kind of bond. They can't even understand it themselves, but they are linked mentally, certain of one another on a non physical plane. Because of this, it matters less to them when their bodies are apart. The souls of the lovers are unified by love. Although the speaker must leave, their souls will not be broken apart. Instead, they will expand to cover the distance between them as fine metal expands when it is hammered. If their souls are in fact individual, they are nevertheless linked in the way the legs of a drawing compass are linked. The soul of the lover is like the stationary foot of the compass, which does not appear to move itself, but actually does respond to the other foot's movement. This stationary compass foot sits in the center of a paper. When the other compass foot moves further away, the stationary foot changes its angle to lean in that direction, as if longing to be nearer to its partner. As the moving foot returns closely to the compass, the stationary foot stands straight again, seeming alert and excited. The speaker's lover, he argues, will be like his stationary foot, while he himself must travel a circuitous, indirect route. Her fixed position provides him with the stability to create a perfect circle, which ends exactly where it began, bringing the speaker back to his lover once again. Now let's see the poem. As virtuous men pass mildly away and whisper to their souls to go, while some of their sad friends do say, the breath goes now, and some say no. He says that really virtual people will die, but the friends who are sad on hearing or seeing their death will wonder whether he is really dead or whether he is alive, and they have not understood that he is alive. So let us melt and make no noise. No tear floods nor sighs tempest move. It were profanation of a joys to tell the laity our love. So he says, let us melt and let us go away without making any commotion, without making any noise. There is no need for us to sit and cry, or we need not make any movements which sighs and says that we have lost our dear ones, because we have lived a life which was filled with joy, and there is no need to tell to ordinary people about our love which we have cherished with among themselves. Moving of the earth brings harms and fears. Men reckon what it did and meant. But trepidation of the spears, though greater far, is innocent. He says, The earth is continuously moving, and it may definitely bring harm, and because of that we have a fear towards it. And here he says that whatever happens, anything can happen in this life, let us face it. Even though I'm going very far away and you're going to be here, something can happen, but let us face it, because we have lived a love, we have cherished the love while we were living. Dull sublunary lover's love, whose soul is sense, cannot admit absence, because it doth remove those things which elemented it. He says people who are in love, and if their love is a dull sublunary, then they will not accept this absence. When the lover goes away, they will not be able to accept it, because they were in love only for the physical connection they had, physical pleasure they had. And now, because the lover is separated from each other, they will not have that physical connection, and therefore they will not accept that absence. But we, by a love so much refined that ourselves know not what it is, but our love is not like that. Our life is so much refined that we ourselves cannot understand our love, because it is so refined and we have loved each other so much, we cannot express it to others. Interassured of the mind, careless eyes, lips and hands to miss. Our minds are in love. We are not only physically in love, but our mind is also in love. And therefore, if we are going to miss the physical connection of our eyes, lips and hands, we are not going to care about it much, because our love is deeper than the physical love. Our two souls, therefore, which are one, though I must go, endure not yet a breath, but an expansion like gold to airy thinness beat. Now, we are actually two bodies, two souls, but our soul is one. And though I am going to go away, which I know we are not able to stand, but thing is, just like gold, when it is beaten, stretches, it will not break away, it will only stretch, it will expand. Like that, when I am going to go away, and that absence will only stretch our love, it will never break. If they be two, they are two. So, as stiff twin compasses are two. Now, we are two people. But how we are two people is, compass is there, and the compass has 2 feet. The same way we also have 2 bodies. Thy soul, the fixed foot, makes no show to move, but doth if the other do. Now you are like my fixed tool of the compass. It will look as though you are not moving, but if I am going to move away from you, you will also move. So, even though I am going to go away, just like how a compass is connected with each other, both the foots of the compass are connected with each other, we will stay connected because our love is so strong. And though it in the center sit, yet when the other far doth roam, it leans and hearkens after it, and grows erect as that comes home. And though we find that the fixed foot is in the center, when the other foot goes far away, this center fixed foot will lean and still keep the connection with the other foot. And when this roaming foot, that is the moving foot, comes back, that time the fixed foot will become erect and it will be eager to welcome the other compass foot which comes back. Such wilt thou be to me, and you are like my fixed foot, who must, like the other foot, obligely run. Thy firmness makes my circle just, and makes me end where I began. And you are like my fixed foot of the compass, where you stretch and you oblige wherever I go. And your firmness only is giving me all the energy to circle around. And I know very well that wherever I go, you are my fixed foot. And so I will come back to you, to the place where I began. That is, I will come back to you and we will be together. And this is the end of the poem. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box. Like the video, share it with your friends. And if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.